guys, gal, gonna be looking at the 2024 version of Hop Slam. Hop Slam is a double IPA with honey, and I don't even know if it even freaking says on the can, but they're usually at least 10%. And 10%. It's in the get the right light. There you go. Or just trust me. For the most part, this has always been like a 9 to a 10. There was one year I was not impressed with it. Let's hope that this is not another one of those years. Look at them creamy fucking pints. Bad should be happy with that. Look at that head, huh? Those big lofty bubbles. Denied. Smells really good. A little bit of a tropicalness and a sweetness, but it also has a nice hoppy smell to it, as in hops, as in cow chud. So, cheers to her and you and those piercings. Why? How did that ever become a thing? God, I like to get a shaft of steel rammed through my nuts. That one was defective. Okay. Mama. First in a smile money. Saying first. And then Poco says, according to the current administration, you have to share your first place evenly with the sub-comments. You know, diversity, equity, and inclusion in the first place. And then he had the first comment on the sprinkles. He said missed it by that much. Oh. Evidently, Smile Money didn't give a shit about your libtard comment. Did you get your goddamn package yesterday? Oh, so speaking of packages, I'm Yesterday I received the Battle Box 118, and today I received the Crate Club. I honestly think about the only thing in there that would be like, is a gun rest. It's either magnetic, if you want to say, you know, I could stick it on the fridge and then the guns wouldn't fall down. I could stick it on the side of a vehicle and the guns don't fall down. You can also peel and stick it and make it a more permanent thing if you had I don't know, maybe you had a gun cabinet that didn't have something like this in it. I've had this before, and I don't even know if I even realized it or not, but first you got the paracord so that you can size it for your neck. And what I don't even know if I caught last time is it actually has a piece of ferro rod on it, so that you can use the backbone and have like an emergency fire starter with it taking up a very minimal amount. And then it's got a nice little grippy thing with the same color as the Smith & Wesson Performance Center. Finally, a few guns that you haven't seen in a while. They're on duty. And then a little sticky locks in there really nice. I mean, I can guarantee you I could try like hell to get this to fly out of there and it would not, but if you think it might, you can use the little strap. I think I made a comment once, in the case of an emergency, I'm sure if you just yanked on this, it would probably just break that and it would come off. So it wouldn't, slow down an actual emergency situation. And then, of course, paracord. I'm not sure. It almost looks like the fire cord that's in it. Modern Spartan Systems starter kit. It's got the accuracy oil, carbon destroyer, copper and lead destroyer, and they're crystal clear for scopes. And a knife that I immediately saw in a video and told you that I probably wouldn't want one, and yet I really love the one that I have, and now I have another one. These are just, I don't know, it's one of these things where in a video I just didn't want to like it, but once you have it, you're like, of course I will admit, I spend most of my time, I mean, this is actually, I don't remember if I might have brought it back down and put it away. It's been on duty as a possible, maybe I'll wear that. And then I'm like, made a comment in the video that if Jerry wore this on his side, the bottom of the knife would drag on the ground. And depending on if you wanted one or not, I would, and they don't put them in any particular order in there, but the last item was a Grey Ghost plate carrier, minimalist plate carrier, and I never even tried it on. I happen to have a plate carrier. I happen to have a really nice plate carrier with plates that I got from my brother Cobra. I do have a plate that I have stuffed into, I don't know if it was ever intended to be a plate carrier, honestly, but I did put a plate in it. I suppose if you really had to, you could just put one of the steel targets in the back of it. Oh yeah, that's the Beretta that Matt really wants, the pink one. Second was Rich saying cheers all. Rich, thank you, Rich. Rich is always in the chat room for Locked and Loaded. Last night we were sort of talking about that all this hype that's happening about the drones. Is it a foreign entity? Is it our own government? Is it Project Bluebeam, where they're gonna oh God, yeah, Sharky, not the greatest of all of the pictures of her, but even the worst picture of her is gonna beat the next 10 chicks. I'm not gonna keep track in case there's a redhead. I always have to put that caveat. See, hands down, she looks like she's in a fucking prison cell for drugs and prostitution. I mean, not that I'd hold that against her. Yeah, I don't even know how buried the thing is. It's been years since I've even goofed around with it. Ugh. Okay, now I'm committed. If I let go of it, it's going to the ground. Oh my God. What is happening? This thing might have more or less been considered just a vest. Doesn't have a back on it. The plate that's in it, I almost feel that it went on a one-way ride to get in there, because it's right up against the zipper. That's what Cobra said. Oh my God. Wow. I figured hanging there all of this time it would have maybe pulled down on that material more, that it would have freed up the zip. How in the hell did I ever even get this thing closed? Oh, shit. Hey, how do you wreck a vest? Here, let me show you. Wow. I really saw it going different. Yeah, for everybody screaming at their monitor, no, don't do that. An opportunity to harm myself. Oh. Holy shit. I must have been one determined motherfucker. Oh. When I put this in there. October of 2016. I know I'm wasting. I know tell you what, second hour is free. Holy fuck shit. Oh yeah, that's the plate that's for it though. Now I wish I had two of those. What in the actual fuck? Can somebody come over and dress me? Yeah, obviously some adjustments are not going to be necessary. $10 says McLean volunteered. See, I'm sure there's a fast way in both directions with this thing. There you go. This is elastic to make it a little bit more comfortable for the long haul. Dolly, looking good. I should have taken care of this side before I fucked with that side. I don't know. Train wreck, baby. Covering the vitals. So if I think I have to, obviously because the there is no plate in the back, there's a weight differential. So yeah, I guess if I were able to, I'll have to look into what a single plate would cost, and that would give me two vests. So I didn't think that was too bad. Well, you know, considering it was, you know, free. Yeah. Something like that. This guy here, I've used this a lot for barrel rolls and things like that in the backyard. It didn't break it, but it bent the back of the zipper down. Ever sit back and go, God damn, look at the amount of shit that I have. I mean, I've got a full-on, where did you fall from? Ed's speaking out. The old-fashioned cowboy rig that I got from Ed, but I can't wear it because I'm fat. Smile money. Bull crap hides well in Washington, D.C. The Republicans got control of the House 2 years ago and promised to investigate Biden crime family. And they accomplished nothing. Well, you know, smile money, that is exactly what the Republicans are great at doing. We were watching some show and they're like going, well, now that the Republicans have total control, and Christine goes, it doesn't matter. All they ever do is fuck it up. That's all they ever do. That's all they're good at. It's just fucking it up. They probably all just learn how to make money off of foreign governments. I think the reason that it, like I said, those are nice titties. At this point in time, anybody that is a Republican that is against Trump cleaning the house has has ghosts in their closets that they're hiding, and that is why they would resist, because they know they're dirty. They know that they're part of the swamp. Let's see, what else? As full disclosure, the V90 from Feyachi, I tell you, I am really getting to the point where I used to have a little bit of an issue with some of the Feyachi stuff. It seemed like it was, it wasn't. I mean, I'm sure there's someone out there that's still going to go, oh, compared to Trijicon. Well, yeah, compared to Trijicon, how many of these? I could have, I don't know, 15 of these for one Trijicon. But every time something new comes out from them, it just gets more and more impressive. The reason that even though that's been out recently, it's still one of the rifles that I very much look forward to getting out and spending some time behind the trigger. The KS-47, it's just badass. That's the one that I actually want to put a scope on. That, I believe, is the V40 or V45. I should know this, because when they came out with the V90, I was very interested in doing a side-by-side comparison between the two. I have this one because Stephen Bush, who is, and not this, Steve, if you hear me say this, it is not an insult, but he's a bitch when it comes to stuff, because like a lot of us, he just absolutely doesn't want to waste his money on garbage. And he was the one that told me that was worth purchasing. And I think I purchased that one. This one was sent to me because I requested it, the V90, and to do a comparison between the two of them. As far as visuals go for the red dot, it's probably not going to be that much different. I wouldn't be surprised if the internals, like the emitter and all that, are... God, it's so hard to... But what's cool about this one is it's been rounded off more. I like that it's less square. It's taking up a little less footprint. Obviously, the biggest thing is the fact that they're both powered by the same battery, along with most things using this particular battery. I like the fact that the windage and elevation is out. So if you have to make some changes on the fly, there's no caps or anything. You're still going to have looks like you could use a dime, maybe even a nickel to turn them. Again, it just has up and down. And this one, this one is also a shake awake. So if you have an on-duty, if you stick this on a shotgun or on an AR or whatever the hell you stick it on, and you set it alongside your bed or hanging on the wall in a bedroom or just wherever, and don't mess with it, just let it be. It is going to go to sleep on its own. I mean, you can press, once it's on, either button pressed and held, and it's not even all that long, and it's off, and then either of the buttons, up or down, pressed, and it turns it back on, and it goes right back to where it was. And I can't remember how much this thing is. I'll put a link if you would like to go check it out on Amazon or Feyachi. And just remember, moving forward, I do have the Ebomi code at Feyachi's site. Almost positive that the code does not work on amp. You know what? I'd have to try it. I'd have to maybe log in under, well, I guess I could just log in under my own account and put Ebomi in at checkout and see what happens. I think it's just at the Feyachi site though, and you get 10%. But I like the Shake Awake feature, and in the box it does come. Well, first of all, it comes in a nice little plastic case. Kind of like a cheap Pelican case. So after you've taken the optics out, if you're someone like me and you store all of the stuff for knives and optics and all that shit and guns, otherwise you could possibly use it for something. It comes with the little the bikini bra. It comes with the screws and the 2 wrenches. Trying to see, I'm assuming that one of these has the screwdriver. Yeah, one has the screwdriver tip on it for adjusting the windage and elevation, and another battery. As full disclosure, it had a battery. It had a battery in it, and it was dead. So I don't know if it by accidentally got turned on and it shook its way dead the whole way here. And then it comes with the a lower mount on it. I want to say this thing was right around $100. You know what? I'm gonna look. Oh, here, I need to look under my other account so I can. Well, I guess I could look under either, but over here it's bookmarked. Feyachi V90. Holy shit, it's $65. When I was thinking it was right around 100, you can actually pick up the V90 with the magnifier, a 5x flip to side magnifier. The best price on that I can see is they call it the M57 setup, and it's $90. Nice. Okay, I was wrong on that. That's the V30. Okay, why is the V30 $69? Maybe I need to read up on some of the shit that I even means last use settings. According to what I am reading, this also has motion awake. Come on, seriously? And of course there's no actual model on it, so I can't it says that it automatically goes to sleep after 8 minutes. Trying to find a spot where I'd actually build a. Okay. 8 minutes. V30. Okay, wow, V30, V90s. it is definitely the V30, and according to this, it also goes to sleep, which is something that I never even realized. So much for that as a comparison. Now I can't really tell you what the difference is between the two of them. That one has an up and a down and a power button. 1, 2, and, up. Let's see, it would be up, down, and then power in the middle, but I'm going to take a look at that in a little bit and see. This one, I think for about the same... Yeah, this one's actually the V90, which I think is the newer of the two of them, is actually cheaper by like $5. Okay, who knew? Finding out all sorts of things. I did not know that Donnie Wahlberg was a new kid on the block, or Backstreet Boys. Oh, Backstreet Boys. What is this some part of that whole the universe changed and Oscar Mayer, or the guy from Monopoly never wore the eyepiece, Bernstein Bears, that kind of thing. Is that what this is? What the fuck? So yeah, $64. And if you use my code, it'll take another 10% off of it. Main reason I wanted to get a hold of that to review it is I thought that Shake Awake feature was exclusive to that. Jesus God. Do your research, you fucking dumbass. El Tenda says, cheers. Cheers, El Tenda, my brother. Sometime before we die, could we possibly, have another opportunity to hang out together? Got some really good grappa for you. So, again, your thoughts? See, I think the carrier is kind of cool, but it turns around and it puts me in a scenario. Okay, I'm going to utilize you guys as reference. I need... one 10 by 12 ESAPI plate. Where can I get one for the best possible deal? I mean, I don't want you to send me a link and go, well, a 22 caliber will go straight through this, but I can't afford to spend a bunch of money. But I don't even know how much a plate like this is, if this is old school technology these days or what. But and then maybe whatever you're recommending, maybe it's a little bit better plate than that one, and that one can be moved to the back. I mean, not that I'm trying to predict where I'm going to take a bullet, but Poco says, top, who cares? How's it going? Well, it's fine. Yeah, it's been an okay day. I got up and I did the battle box video, which is up and live by now. So if you follow me on the other channel, it's kind of funny because I think if you take the last 4 months combined, the Feyachi video for the red dot has more views. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, I tell you what, if you want to stick around, and I'll drink all 6 of the 10%ers, and then I will slur my speaking, and I'll tell you how much I love that stupid fucking red dot, especially for $100. Fucking $100. And again, use my code. You get $10 off of it. 10% of $100, man. I can do shit. I almost wore it as the out of the house carry gun, but just in case it's still how do we say vigorous, Rich? If it's still very, very rigorous at the if I had to use it, so I figured it was better as a home defense gun, because if you're gonna shoot someone, you might as well shoot them as many times as quickly as possible. Which, the last time I had this out, that's exactly what it did. Besides that, this was the only gun that I had as an opportunity, and I'm telling you, this setup right now in Eric's brain is badass. It's just badass. The only way it gets better is if it was a 10 millimeter. And that, Jeremy, is a concern of mine. FN, if it's any, I hope the trigger in the FN 510 is better than the trigger in your FN. I mean, I realize everything can be fixed. It might even be possible if I can figure out how to, say, pull the trigger out of the 510, if it sucked, without spending any money, pull it out and do the 10-cent trigger job like I normally do on a mil-spec trigger for an AR. Says the guy that right now I think there's maybe one AR out of all of these ARs that has an actual completely mil-spec trigger in it. I know, I'm a trigger snob. I will admit, if your life is short, baby, if you're going to go shoot at the range, shoot a gun with a good goddamn trigger in it. Of course, in the scenario of a defensive weapon, we do not want John Huber to have made the trigger for your defensive. I mean, I can't even imagine. If I was trying to clear the house with my Mosin, it'd be like, boop. Oh shit, sorry about that. But I'm telling you, $100? Fucking I mean, if this thing holds up, and I was to get the 510, I said the first thing I'm going to do is put optics on it. Actually, I'm probably lying. I'm probably going to go the way of J-Dog and do one of the sealed emitters moving forward on a carry gun. It's just the only reason that the glass somewhat looks good on this, unless it's got a spot, looks like oil or something. Doesn't. Oh, maybe it did just blow off. Could have been some jizz too. I was talking to McLean. Yeah, that'd be the only reason that I'd get anything different, is to get one that was a sealed emitter to stop all of the make it so that there's no debris down in the little emitter guy, and you cannot possibly, I don't think I can get it at an angle. Yeah, you can't quite see it. For some reason, I can see it on right there. It's kind of like a little movie studio. It's projecting up onto the glass. So there's no chance of getting shit in there, changing the way that the dot looks, or just disrupting it. On the other hand, any of the one that I really like from Holtzman is, more than some of the pistols that I have. But no, I can't speak highly enough of the Feyachi's dot. If you want to put a dot on a gun, I wouldn't even say if you're on a budget. I would say it's more like if you're smart. I mean, unless you just like throwing money away and you have to have something because of, something in particular, like, you have to have the solar cell on top of it. Or you absolutely hate red. I mean, we learned that cheap old gun guy doesn't like green, and I understand. He says it disappears in the foliage. Here's an example. This was clean. Maybe over here in the... See? This was clean when I put it on this morning. Now, that's a combination of probably dust. That was about 50%. Dust and skin and whatever, but... when you look at them from this angle, with the exception of the solar, they look a lot alike. They both have cartridge batteries. Like I said, I hate the fact that it's got Feyachi plastered halfway on it, and yet Holtzman is on all of it. This actually has a bigger window on it. Still on. Actually, I should be careful. I don't know how sensitive. Ooh, yeah. It doesn't take. I might have actually just triggered it by putting the gun down into there. I didn't think about that. That was a bad place to put it. And I do not have a vice block for a AK-47 style gun. Yeah, if their shake awake is anything like the pistol, I probably turned it back on if it's been more than 8 minutes. Poco, Contra cheat code. Oh, okay. Okay, Google. Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA start.
You destroyed the vile Red Falcon and saved the universe. Consider yourself a hero.
Mike says cheers. Cheers, Mike. And Poco 20 hours ago says still no package. Then Poco says G2. G2 is a miss. Cobra, there's something really important I need to tell you. Read more button. The read more button is just bold. Read more. What? What are you gonna tell me, Cobra? What the fuck is it? What? Oh. Now I might have done it again. Salty, when you come to a fork in the road, take the naked path. Mr. 27 says, okay. Bad says, Captain, my captain. Bad. Bad says, bad, like the left hand stout. EMT, he did hear me. 2150. Yes, I would take a core temperature. Let's go look. One kind of falls into your neck of the woods. She can be a library. Neck of the woods. Yeah. I asked Kev Dog if she was in a paramedic's uniform or he went to the library. If he had to help her, if he would volunteer to take a core temperature. Okay. Why did everything go away? Okay. Jesus, good God. So, EMT, thank you. Still on. Mr. Mark Mac 85. Hard to beat a Drecker, Eric. Most of them are amazing. Ooh, somebody else in the comment section that has actually been able to partake in beers from Drecker. Awesome. Yes, I even stuff like their IPAs. Granted, you know, I would if someone said, I grant you full access to anything that you want from the Drecker Brewery, but we'd really appreciate it is if you either went with an IPA style or all of the rest of them. I'd be like, I don't need ever to have another IPA if I can have everything else that Drecker does. Now, I've seen that they also have had a Pilsner, and I don't know. I can't remember what the one was that I really wanted to get the other day, but it was $21 and change, and I was already a bottle of vodka, and of course this, which they don't give away a sixer. Thankfully, it's a six-pack of 10% beers, and then the variety pack from Left Hand. I'm not a fan of peppermint, but Liv over at Super One, when I was walking up to the counter, she's like, oh, you got a variety pack. You really need to try the... Oh, never mind, it's in there. The peppermint. So evidently she's had it, but supposedly, I mean, I don't know. I've had a couple of bad experiences with things that were peppermint flavored, and well, you know, it's kind of like why I don't drink Southern Comfort anymore. When you almost do something foolish and stupid like kill yourself with alcohol poisoning, and that was Southern Comfort. Yeah, I haven't touched it since then. Starting to think they changed that, or they just put it in there just to mess with my brain. 8 minutes. And I brought up my glass of 15-1 last night for Locked and Loaded, and oh my, I was able to sip on what you saw me bring upstairs all the way to the last, I think it was the last 5 minutes of Locked and Loaded before I finished my glass. No, I did not. I did not pour that glass to sit and slam it. I poured it to enjoy the essence of the Octomore 15-1. Still on. Jeez. No, it's not alcohol, gabapentin, or getting old, but it's like, I looked up there and went, son of a bitch, I forgot to put a... Oh, wait a second, it was that fucking rifle. We cannot have a dead silhouette. There we go. Even something like this guy would not be a terrible candidate for that. I mean, it is a 4 to 16, I believe. 4 to 14. Primary arms with the ACSS. Jeez. Yeah, smile money, you can tell how much I shoot it. I'm pretty sure that this one is a first focus plane. Yes, this one is actually a first focus plane, but the bullet drop in this is 4556. But like Din said, you know, if you just learn the scope, does it really matter if you found a deal on say something that you liked? ACSS HUD DMR 308/223. A lot of screwing around today, Eric. I know. Still on. Sharky, cheers all. Ed's SKS, one sweet shooter that is. Battle box on deck. Pre-dawn beware. Yeah, and then he gets fucked with a crate club the very next day. But I tried to bring it to a minimum. Just try to bring it to a minimum. I am curious. Nobody has really ever made the comment about that big knife. Am I like one of the only people that really like that? Or I guess to get the idea of if, you know, in for the knife, when I ask this question, I'm asking, do you like it enough that you would purchase it? Then the next level is, if the answer to that is no, if you had, like, again, don't get excited, I'm just using this as part of trying to communicate. If I was to do a giveaway, would you get in line to get that knife and then actually not just throw it into storage but actually use it? I mean, I guess I'm no one to talk because I've had it on the on-deck area upstairs in the Star Trek room, and I have actually yet to wear it. You know, if I actually go out to the shack or I'm out in the woods or anything like that, hell yeah, I'm going to bring it. If I got an opportunity to do some batoning or I have to cut some limbs or something down, I'm going to use that thing like a fucking axe. I've really gotten to the point where I'm not planning on being dead. I'd really like to think that I'm just a little bit past the halfway of my existence. But I already know way too many people. I don't remember if I even brought this up or not. One of Sam's really good friends, dead at the age of 28. Drank himself to death. 28. He had everything ahead of him. Everything ahead of him. I think I might have mentioned it. Brad's girl and her titty. Reminds me of McLean's butt cheeks. Sharky says, Bravo 2. B2 is a hit. Mr. 27 says he's 20th. Then he says, cowbell on a can. Nice. I don't know. That's what it looks like. I don't know if that's what it was or not. And he says, oh, a rough pour from Brew Bomi. I prefer to tip the glass and pour. You know, that's the way I normally do it. But it has been brought to my attention by multiple people that pouring professionals do the hard pour. It helps to get a lot of the bubbles out of it so that you can drink more without getting bloated. It helps to release the flavors in the beer. I'm just telling you what I've been told. I have always been the tilt and... See, if nothing else, when it comes to doing brew reviews, if you have someone like Jason the Crazy Scotsman, who doesn't bother coming over here anymore because I'm not part of the inner circle, but we still talk, so that's all that matters. And when Scott, Mr. Holster, was with us, he just used that as a staging grounds for something to bitch about. How long before I took the first sip? How long before I read the first comment? I mean, I figured he'd be bitching about how long the fucking video was. Like now. Hang on. Hey, we should use a Jeremy idea. Jeremy, I'm at 58:21 or 29, and I'm going to put a break right here. Okay. Just to see what happens, if it goes slideshow or not. By the way, I tried looking at the last one that you guys said went all fucking clustered, and it plays on my computer just fine. I see absolutely not a single glitch. I think it's all on Facebook's end. I really want a shot of something. I'm okay. Okay. I think I'm going to have oh God, did you just hear that? There's not much left in this one. Okay, fine. In the world of compromise, I am not. Still on. Yeah, now I'm trying to think about where I would like to put the V90. It makes no sense to put it on there because I don't want the what was that? V30? I do not want the V30 on that rifle. I want that rifle to have some power behind it. And I don't want to do the magnifier thing and all. I mean, I don't mind that on Alice. But I can see why I had it, sold it to Christopher, and then Christopher sold it back to me. I can understand, depending on what your setup is, why you would not want a magnifier. Right now, the only thing that I have that has a magnifier on it is I have the Vortex Strike Eagle, Strike Fire, Strike, whatever the hell it is. I have that on the AR-10 that was the Trouble Child. That got fixed. It spent some time with Jeremy, and I have that red/green dot that actually Alec357 sent me, and I put the magnifier on that because it's an AR-10. You know, I mean, I get having, and I mean, I understand. Trust me. You know, I've actually had some weird dynamics with friendships over the years, and it's amazing when somebody appears to stop talking to you because of your preferred setup. I mean, it's not like I made some comment about your wife chugging large quantities of love juice or anything like that. It was me saying that I think that this would be legit. One of them was the fucking MCK with my Glock 10mm in it, and the other was making the comment about how I would indeed rock a AR-10 pistol. Oh, geez, you know, it's like it hasn't even used up the gases. Well, neither does a 5.56. So maybe that's the whole pistol rifle combination thing is just a no-no in your book. But, you know, let's just say that, you know, you don't know who's coming through your door. You know, okay, with the right bulletproof vest, maybe a 308 isn't going to go through and eliminate the threat. But a 308 is going to put somebody fucking down and take them out of the fight for a while. If nothing else, if you want to do a John Wick, you knock them to the ground while they're wondering if they're dead or alive, and then you put one in the brain bucket, and now you've taken them completely out of the fight. It's kind of like the Desert Eagle at close distance. It's just like an insurance policy. You know, you've upped the ante a little bit. 308, close range, good night, Irene. So that particular AR-10 is kind of a close quarters sort of a thing, but you got the magnifier, you flip it to the side, and maybe you get a little bit more distance out of it. It's just another combination of so many combinations that I have created in rifles. You know, it's like, I don't know, I've also got that screwy ass green dot, red dot with the hazmat symbol or whatever, the Resident Evil shit that Jim actually sent it to Christine for her rifle, and she thought it was awesome that Jim sent it to her. That wasn't the issue, but she really likes the scope that she got from NIHAP on her zombie gun. And if you ever been to the shack when she's shooting, you know, at 100 yards, it's bam, ting, or bam, bing, bam, bing, bam, bam. I mean, and the funny thing is, I never even sighted that fucking scope in. I took it out of the box and I put it on that rifle, and she goes, this is what I want. This is what I want. I want to be able to have something that's good more for distance. I don't I don't want a red dot. I really want my AR, to be in the, the 100-yard and a little bit more range on it. And I want a scope that's capable of doing that. So she loves the setup as it is. But like I said, it's never been anything. It's at 100 yards, it hits the steel target. I mean, I don't know if I've really ever heard her miss. Sometime this summer, maybe even if she doesn't know I did it, I should take her rifle out to Island Lake and with the camera system, put it on paper in the vise and make sure that it's dialed in all the way versus whatever it is. I mean, obviously it's pretty freaking close, but when you can take a scope out of a box and stick it on a rifle and then at 100 yards not be able to miss silhouette sized target. Okay, there's just my version obviously does not have shake awake because it's awake. And it's still awake. It's been more than 8 goddamn minutes, I can guarantee you that. Unless there's something else in the directions about how you're supposed to just wondering if I know I'm not screwing up the directions or anything or the brands because this is a Feyachi and it's screwed to the mount. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Just for the shits and giggles of it, I guess I can try putting it here. I don't know if I won't be able to see the red dot like that. How about right there? If I hear it fall over, I'll be in the industry what's known as pissed. Okay, the rumor is 8 minutes. Okay, Google, give me a 9-minute timer.
Got it. 9 minutes. And that's starting now.
That is a McLaren and a hooker. I like hookers. Okay. I'm just stalling now. Why? I don't know. I'm bored. It's Saturday. I like hanging out with you guys. I put the V30 on the Desert Eagle. Ever wanted to have sex on a park bench? Mr. 27 says chocolate brew. Yes, sir. Then he says, nice couple rainy days here in California. Not here. Sharky says, SH, Evil Dead outro, nice. And the last comment, Mr. 27 says, more natural brew babes with big cans. Hey, I like redheads. Every single one is not a redhead. It's kind of the luck of the draw. So I am I am pulling for you, though. So what? We had no multi-gunman again. No Jolson. Of course, it's the weekend. I suppose he'll use some kind of an excuse like, oh, I'm hanging out with the family. What do I give a shit about you? Only one of you in the club, too. Oh my. Okay. Where do I put the 2024 Hoppy Slam? It's not the best. I think I like last year's. I like last year's a little bit better. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's my taste buds. Maybe I should hang on to them, but I don't know. The Octomore tasted awesome last night, and the Lagavulin tastes freaking insanely awesome today. So. It's smooth. It is lending to the, yes please, lending to the natural hops flavors more than a tropical fruitiness. Probably only because I know it has honey in it that I'm saying this at all. But kind of not even on the flavor, almost like part of the smell after I've taken a gulp of it and I'm breathing out, I get kind of a little bit of that honey to it. There's been years that it had a lot more intensity to the honey flavor and maybe even the sweetness. Definitely not anywhere in the runnings for the worst, but not their best batch in my book. If the best was ever a 10 and their worst, I don't even know what I would even give in their worst. An 8. I'd give this a 9. Are you out of your mind? How about see, Mr. 27, this is, as a professional brewer review, I want to be able to get the pour done and get on to the celebrating the smells and the flavors as soon as possible. And even though I should get, it's a 10%, which is probably why it's not volcanoing. But even on a Tilton pour, I still ended up with all of 3/4 of an inch of head. So we're gonna spend a little time drinking our fucking pint. We are committed to hang out for at least until Google goes off. So, in the club, 30 minutes ago was Rich saying cheers clubbers. No, I'm not going to waste my time doing that right now. Yeah, again, I go back to if one of you know where I could get a steel plate, even to either as to have as my primary because it's better than that one, or move that one to the back. I mean, it's useless, completely empty, and it's better than nothing to have at least the front one in there, but it wants to pull the shit around on it. So yeah, I'll just fill the back with rocks. No, like I said, if I had to, I guess I could put a piece of AR 500, one of my targets in there. Definitely pass. Oof. I'd even squeeze my way past the tattoos. Okay. You are coming with me. Oh, it's been 1,245 days that Matt has been employed. 11 hours, 19 minutes, and 47 seconds. Let's check this one last time. Ooh, Mr. 27 says, I think I'm late to the club. Boom. No, you're not. No, you're not, my California behind enemy lines brother. I tell you what, that's a nice set of stackables right there. So, you got any plans for the weekend? We did all of our errands and everything today. If everything goes my way, I am going to be a house bitch tomorrow. I recorded all of the Crate Club stuff, so I will upload, work on that tomorrow morning and get it uploaded. I appreciate you guys checking out the videos. Right now, though, I tell you, if I had the power over anything, I wish that my channel or channels could grab the attention of Feyachi a little bit more. I really am doing everything I can. I want to. Okay, Google, turn off the alarm. I really want to get my hands on one of the new Feyachi thermoscopes. That's what I would put on this guy. And after an official 9 minutes, the light is still glowing bright red on the optics. So if they change that to a shake awake, I have an old enough one that it is not a shake awake. I'm almost positive back when I got a hold of that and I did their video for them that I would have made the comment that it was a shake awake. But if they say 8 minutes, it has been absolutely isolated and undisturbed. It is sitting on the cement floor. This is Minnesota. We are in a 0 scale as a pipe fitter for earthquakes. So there's no chance that it has moved. I went with 9 minutes because just in case it was maybe 10 minutes or something like that, I would have that shit covered. Pierced nipples, once again. Oh, Bad says 40 seconds ago he's got a little crying guy. He's assuming that he missed it. You did not miss it. Stop crying, little bitch. Where is he? There you go. Stop crying, you little bitch. You didn't miss it. Let's send him a beer. Where's the alcohol? Come on. We ain't got time for this shit. Movement detected in the safe. Yeah, I know, it was me. Okay, well, I haven't even put away all the stuff from the battle box. Yeah. I am looking forward to giving this a whirl. I want to clean this up and fix that spot. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Bad says, well, okay then. And then instead of a crying guy, he's got a laughing guy. Recently added her. I don't know what it is. No, I'm just kidding. It's her tits. What I like about her, that, and she's a brunette, and she looks just like somebody I'd want to know. See, if I say she looks just like somebody I do know, that raises controversy and questions. If you just go with, she looks like somebody I'd like to know, and her. I mean, she's got a little bagginess going on there. I mean, is she wearing a little mini Depends or what? This actually, I can bring you to. This looks like looks like down Lake Superior, one of the very first entrances you can take to get out onto the lake. I'm sure this is not Duluth. I mean, I don't know what this kind of foliage is, and normally, no, yes, By the way, there is videos out there of women dressed just like this out on the racetrack, and I just hate the bumpy areas. They probably chafed up their nipples. I mean, this one's in some serious jeopardy zone. Santa? Okay, I'm going to check this and then wait, we gotta go. We're already into the slideshow presentation in an hour and 23 minutes, you bitches. Okay, and still on. Yeah, so I don't know what the deal is, but that's why, okay. Enough bitching. Get to drinking.